The easiest ways to elevate not only your life, but your content is, drum roll please, being comfortable in front of the camera. So quick little story time. I've been a registered nurse for the last 9 years. During those 9 years, I've never been more physically exhausted and mentally drained. Yes, I had all this money, but the conflict was I couldn't use any of that money to do my favorite things, explore new hobbies, hang out with friends, see my family. So at some point during 2019, when the whole world was shut down, did I have to come to the realization I needed to do something different? So I started my own beauty business, a permanent makeup studio in Los Angeles, California. New city, new home, new business. It wasn't until I started my own business did I realize that I needed to leverage social media in order to garner interest for my business. Now the issue was, I was really awkward and shy and didn't know how to use social media effectively. I see all these people being so successful, and how were they doing it? So I started studying their page. The more I studied social media, the more I realized that it is through connectivity. That is where the magic happens. I'm booking people. Well, they didn't know me. They didn't know who I was, what I stood for, where I was located. The only way people were going to find out is if I actually put myself out there. And that's where it clicked for me. Being comfortable in front of the camera is vital to a successful business, a successful brand. So today we're going to be talking about why camera confidence is important and 5 easy tips that you can use today to build your confidence in front of the lens. Let's go. Why is camera confidence important? So in today's modern world where technology seems to be developing faster and faster and faster, people crave connectivity. Almost 5 billion people utilize social media all across the world, meaning YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, it doesn't matter, you name it, people are craving that closeness. Now, let's get into 5 tips on how you're actually going to do that. Drink some water. Tip number 1, which might be the most important, which is mindset. It's really getting over the fear of being judged. A lot of us really value the opinions of our family, our friends, and the local community. But at some point you have to realize you live your life for yourself. So stop being fearful of the opinions of others who don't pay your bills, the opinions of others who don't add to your self-confidence, and especially the opinion of others who've never built anything for themselves. Once you realize that, you will get into the right mindset of being ready to show up for yourself and to build your dream life. Number 2, making sure your energy matches what you're trying to convey. So I like to convey confidence. I like to convey happiness and positivity. So I want to make sure before I get on this camera and click record that I'm playing happy music, I'm playing go get it music. I want to make sure I get in the right headspace and have the right energy before I go into filming. Now, if you're going through a heartbreak, you're having an argument with your spouse, probably not a good time to record because a lot of that energy can be translated through the lens. So leading us into the next point, which is preparedness and warming up. How you're going to prepare is writing a short outline of all the things that you want to discuss. Now, keep in mind, I said outline versus script. You don't want to write a script because it feels inauthentic, and I'm going to show you why. If I were to write a script about what I'm doing today, like, hi, my name is Anna, and today I'm going to be shooting a video. You see how that doesn't feel authentic? I'm looking somewhere else to read my script. I'm reading word for word, and you lose the audience. Because believe it or not, people can feel that authenticity. So if you're writing out word for word, we're going to start to think as your audience, you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to scroll on to somebody who's either entertaining or somebody who knows what they're talking about. So please don't write a script and stick to an outline. What should your outline look like? Your outline should look like maybe the title, a couple bullet points of the things that you want to talk about so you don't forget, and then you just work in flow. Of course, everything takes practice, so it's going to be a little difficult in the beginning, and that is okay. You can also try this. Write your outline with your bullet points, and next to your bullet points, just write a couple keywords. That will definitely help you in the beginning because I know it helped me in the beginning. Now let's talk about warming up. What are we actually warming up? We're warming up our voice to make sure we inflict. That just adds a little bit of sauce to what you're filming, and to make sure that we're projecting. What you don't want to do is speak monotone like this and lose the audience. So warm up, find your pace of how you want to speak, making sure that you enunciate your words so people can understand you clearly, and learning how to project your voice to make sure your audio picks up versus speaking like this and whispering and nobody could hear you, or yelling too loud and people are getting shocked. More often than not, we want to be right here. So practice a little bit, hit record, but then just intend to kind of like flow a little bit, find your rhythm, and then go, okay? And you see, if I'm looking down, I'm scrolling through my outlines right now to make sure that I don't miss anything for you guys. So moving on to the next one, utilizing your body language. Utilize your body as a tool to further illustrate and color the message that you want the audience to receive. So for example, if I'm saying something really important, I want to lean in a little bit to build their interest and to create closeness with you guys. If I'm trying to convey sadness, I'm probably going to slump my shoulders down. All the things that we do in regular life, conversing with our family and our friends, is how you should show up on camera. Rarely do I ever think that you're talking to your friends shelled up like this. Let's further explore that together. I'm going to show you guys an example of no body language when I'm talking, and I'm going to show you an example utilizing body language when I'm talking. So let's start with no body language. Hi, you guys. My name is Anna, and I am a microblading artist and an educator here in Los Angeles, California. Even doing that makes me cringe because I feel so trapped and I feel so tight, and automatically I feel awkward. So what's being captured on camera is probably going to look awkward. Now let's try that with body language. Hi, you guys. My name is Anna, and I am a microblading artist and educator located here in Los Angeles, California. See the difference? It conveys a completely different message, and I find that body language is a lot more impactful. Okay, use your body. Now, the last thing, and a lot of you aren't going to like to hear this, but tip number 5 is practicing. You're never going to get better at something if you don't practice. So my tip for practicing is actually recording yourself with no intention of actually posting it anywhere, just so you could hear yourself and see yourself and make little notes to yourself about how you can do this better. So I'm going to record myself. I'm going to free flow like this. And I'm not going to be worried because no one's going to see this footage. Right? Now, my tip is when you're playing it back for the first time, don't even look at the visual. Just listen to how you sound and analyze it. And also understanding, yes, you can go back and edit, but the more you practice and set the bar higher, the better you're going to be. So that way you can do 1 or 2 takes and not have to worry about it. So first take, listen to it only with no visual. So you're going to listen to your first playback. And you're going to realize, oh, am I talking too fast? Am I talking too slow? Should I inflict more? Should I not pause so much? Should I add more pauses? Should I not say ums, ahs, buts, ohs? Take all of that out. And so when you do your second take, you know what you want to sound like. Playback number 2, when you're looking at that same video, I want you to hear it and see it now. So that way you can say, oh, okay, I didn't like the way I was really stiff there, or I didn't like the way that I was flailing too much or adding too much body language, because that could be a thing too. You don't want to make the viewer anxious. You want to make them comfortable and feel normal when they're watching you and feel as if they're in the room with you. So now continue watching and listening and make critiques to yourself. Make a mental note. So the third thing I want you to do during that practice time is re-recording that same video after you've heard it and you've listened to it, and apply all the tips that you didn't love from the first video. So now on your second take, I would anticipate it's getting a little bit better. Less ums, ahs, and buts, not too much body language or not enough where you're stiff. Once you've practiced for about a week or so, you're gonna realize, hey, I'm actually getting pretty good at this. And be like, dang, this is actually really great, and I'm ready to share. All of those tips mushed together, I'm so confident that you're gonna show up on camera way more comfortable, way more confident, and way more impactful than you did before these tips. So that concludes our video for today. I'm so grateful that you're here. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye.